Ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again for another incredible broadcast here from the Simon Feck Corporation. To say that this is a historic week would be a dramatic understatement. To say that this is probably the greatest episode of any YouTube show ever, it's probably getting closer to the mark. Now, last night, we had probably one of the most memorable UFC events in history in a place called Perth in Australia. Now, we actually have someone from Australia on the show today, and he'll confirm this, but I believe Australia is a small island off the coast of Hawaii. I'm surprised there was enough people there to fill the stadium, and there wasn't. But what I will say is that there were some really interesting developments last night. In particular, the Jeff Neal fight, when he was, it looked like he'd been submitted, but he didn't, and then he protested. He was like, no. And I realized that's the same way I protested when my brother said that he found she-male porn in my internet browser history. I protested the same way. So what does this mean for Jeff Neal? I'm not sure. But to figure it out, I'm joined by two amazing individuals today. One of them, the great, immortal, and immortalized by the show, Simon Feck. Simon, come on in. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, champ. Great introduction. Great start to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And, wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, the UFC fights came in from Perth, ladies and gentlemen. That's in Australia, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't know it, ladies and gentlemen, Einstein himself comes from Australia, ladies and gentlemen.
I come from Perth. I'm Albert Einstein. E equals MC. Shut the hell up. Now let's start by talking about how bullshit the results were for the main event.
So do you think Reyes won that fight?
Yes, I believe he won.
Yeah. Okay. And how were you scoring that?
His chin.
Mm-hmm.
He was just playing possum.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because right after the referee called it, you saw Dominic Reyes, like Jeff Neal and like myself, when my brother said that there was female porn on my internet history and there wasn't. But Dominic Reyes said, no, I wasn't knocked out. Playing possum, like Izzy against Alex Pereira. And I think they're going to have to run it back. I do.
Yeah, I think so. We treat it like a draw.
Yeah. They should have done what they did with the Jeff Neal fight and just continued the fight anyway, you know?
Do you mean Neil Magny?
Sorry, fuck. Yes, I do. Man. Have I said Jeff Neal every time?
Yeah, it's all right.
Shit, man. Look like the most racist asshole in the world. Oh, well. Well, not the most.
They're called Neil and they're like
yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's my weekend ruined. I worked so hard on that joke and fucked it up. Guys, what was your favorite fight last night?
Simon, you can go first if you want.
Well, my favorite fight of the night is when Reyes was destroying with his chin. He's destroying people's hands, ladies and gentlemen, and he is on a streak with that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody can destroy a fighter's hands with their chin, ladies and gentlemen.
It's crazy. I
mean, he just sticks that thing right out there. He sticks that big old chin out there, ladies and gentlemen. Come get it, Daddy.
Yeah.
You know,
and then he just fucks people's hands up, ladies and gentlemen.
I think his tactic was the Rocky 4 tactic. You know, definitely not winning on fucking points.
Well, we seen that back at UFC Kensington too. That was replayed out in the cage, ladies and gentlemen. They were the prelims were Kensington actual residents, ladies and gentlemen. If you can think back and remember back to UFC Kensington, ladies and gentlemen.
They had to do it because it was the one place where they could fight without needles in a 20 square foot area.
Yeah, I know. They hate pricking their skin, especially the bottom of their feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And there was a lot of beef to be settled in Kensington. My question is the next UFC Kensington going to be at the Sphere, or are they going to move the Sphere to Kensington? Simon?
Well, I mean, as fast as the Kensington residents move, I think it would be easier to move the Sphere to Kensington.
And Albert Einstein, you got any thoughts on that?
I think we should turn it into a triangle or a pyramid. Like just remove the spear and maybe first turn it into a cube, then a pyramid.
Yeah,
man. I mean, that's a brain right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, we'll get Rocky Balboa to do the engineering, the designs.
Yeah, I mean, a sphere.
Balboa.
Yeah, a sphere is so boring, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no bell.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we got the real Rocky here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yo, Paulie, Adrian, me and Paulie wonder he will come back home and have a threesome, yeah?
Man, now, you're talking about an OnlyFans site right there, ladies and gentlemen. Rocky and Paulie and his sister, Adrian, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's hot, ladies and gentlemen. That's some real Kensington stuff there. That's some stuff that Joe Pyfer at UFC 320 can sink his teeth into, ladies and gentlemen.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Pyfer.
Yeah, Joe Pyfer, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Rocky wants to get with Adrian and Paulie at the same time. I mean, that's your people there, Joe Pyfer. By the way, Joe Pyfer stuffed the invite of a certain person that I know that we're not going to mention right now.
What'd he do?
He stuffed UFC 320 on an invitation from a certain friend of mine that we are not going to mention. Okay. But let's get back to Rocky.
Hey, Polo, that ain't us no more, you know? We're old, you know?
You know what? I'm telling you, we have a better impersonator on this show than MMA Guru has on his stupid show.
Yeah.
And I'm not lying to you. The only difference between our impersonator and the MMA Guru's impersonator is two things. One, our impersonator sounds exactly like the person that he's impersonating. And two, the MMA Guru actually has something to say with his impersonator. Hey, listen, champ, we need to get our impersonator. We need to feed him lines. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't punchy. You know, I go what you call a relaxed brain.
All right. Right. Is that Arnie making an appearance already?
Hey, Stallone, have you ever met Joe Pyfer?
Hey, yo, me and Joe Pyfer, yeah.
There it is. Our impersonator has a bigger vocabulary than Stallone himself, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we have gold here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the best impersonator on MMA YouTube, and he doesn't have anything to say. We got an impersonator that doesn't say anything. Well, neither does this channel.
Have you guys ever seen the bit where Rambo's crying and he's like talking about his friend? He's like lost his legs in Vietnam, and he's like, "Whoa, what about his legs? My legs!"
Hey, Albert Einstein, are you doing an impression of the ASHE, the producer of this show, ladies and gentlemen?
You'll see. I am I don't know, man.
Was Albert Einstein upset that not every Australian or New Zealander won last night, ladies and gentlemen?
I was upset with the guy. He got checked in the face.
Let's listen to that, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, a true Australian right there, ladies and gentlemen. Arnold Schwarzenegger. The true Australian. Or Austrian or something.
I want to talk about Jimmy Crute's submission. I looked it up.
That was fucking crazy.
I looked it up on Wikipedia. They called it the reverse can opener.
What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck they're smoking in their pipe.
It reminded me of
Well, Laura Sanko calls it the open beer can, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Laura Sanko's hot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Yes.
Let's just get that out there. Yeah, people forget, man. Laura Sanko.
People forget Laura Sanko's hot.
Yeah,
you know, she invented the move, the open beer can, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that right?
The can opener, ladies and gentlemen.
I like Oh, sorry. You go.
No. Go ahead.
I like the part. Oh fuck! My brain's not working.
Albert Einstein's brain's not working, ladies and gentlemen.
It's never working.
Oh my god! That must be because you're upside down. You know.
All the blood's going in my head.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you guys think Laura Sanko can open a beer can with her feet?
With a nut.
Laura Sanko's hot. She can do anything.
Yeah. She's hot. People
That's
forget.
right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, can I get Arnold Schwarzenegger's? Can I get his take on what happened to Wanderlei Silva last night?
Wait, but just before I forget, though, the thing I wanted to say is what MMA Guru said. Jimmy Crute, when he's striking, he looks like he stepped on Legos or he's got cerebral palsy.
Who's the MMA Guru?
I don't know.
Simon Feck is the original MMA Guru. MMA Guru stole the name from Simon Feck years ago. He admits it. I got it on video. Go ahead, Einstein.
What was the question for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What was his impression of what happened to Wanderlei Silva? Does he have any strong opinions about it?
Which Silva?
Which one?
Oh, yeah, that's Silva.
Yeah.
You see, you fuck around, you find out, you go for a boxing match, and you get knocked out by a guy in the corner.
So why was the guy wearing a tux if he was in the corner?
Right. He was wearing a fucking tuxedo and he knocked out Wanderlei Silva.
That's insane. So
that guy is fucked in the head.
Yeah. He's already said he's got like CTE and shit, and he's we'll get into a boxing match. That seems like a good idea.
Just to maximize your CTE.
It's like, I've got CTE, but it's not enough. It's not what I imagined it would be at this point of my life.
Why was he headbutting? It's probably, I don't know if that was instinctual or he consciously did that. It was really weird.
I don't know. It's just like a bad look all around. The guy should be nowhere near any combat sport at all.
Yes. I can't let you get close.
Yes. You should be playing bridge. You know, that's what Wanderlei Silva should be doing. Just going down and having a game of bridge. Wee card game. But yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? But hey.
Yeah, they get drawn to the combat.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, he got fraud checked, ladies and gentlemen, and that is true fraud check, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody needs to fraud check death sentence like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Wanderlei Silva versus death sentence is the next fight to make.
And that's pure gold right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
By the way,
I wonder how long is it going to be before we see an ex-UFC fighter in street beefs? That's what, you know, people keep saying we're in end times, but I think until a UFC fighter is like in an organized fight in someone's backyard, I think that's when we can officially say we're in end times.
The Great
Depression. I mean, the move going to BKFC, that's been done. That's been had.
Yeah.
Forget the BKFC. Go to street beefs and see if you can fraud check death sentence, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And death sentence will be laying down on his back, you know, saying, hey, you know, who's got my guard? And then in jumps MMA Rigo. MMA Rigo's like, you know, I got your guard.
Oh, our friend the rodent made an appearance at the UFC, I believe.
Who's that?
Our friend the rodent, the rat piece of shit.
Oh, really? Was he there?
Yeah, he's in my territory.
Oh, I thought Einstein said he had a friend.
No, Einstein doesn't have any friends. He married his own. I married my own cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
Well, that's just efficient, isn't it? But yeah. So you're saying that Denis, he came to your territory, but he never checked in with you or anything?
No, he should have come to my parents' house and checked in with me.
Yeah. He should have been like, listen, I'm here. I'm just paying respect to you. I don't want any trouble while I'm here. But he didn't do that. So now it's fucking on. You know, now it's to the death.
Have to take him out.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Yeah. We didn't want it to go this way, but it's going to get... It's on. It's war now. War.
Yeah, at these 1 minute brawls with the Dan Hooker's hosting, I'm gonna have to take him out.
Oh yeah, he's doing that weird smoker thing, isn't it? We're like, I didn't understand the rules for that at all.
Yeah, I think it's just 4-ounce gloves. You know, it's kind of weird. I feel like history is kind of repeating itself. It's like we're so bored of combat sports now. We're going back to like really fast, scrappy brawls. I don't know. It's really weird.
Why is it that you feel that history is repeating itself? You should know or not. I mean, you're Albert Einstein.
Ah, yes.
I mean, what is this guesswork? You should know.
Ah, you see, it's within the space-time continuum, yes?
If there's one way to get if you're trying to get an accurate reading of the space-time continuum, looking at trends in mixed martial arts is the one way to do it, you know.
Looking at strands.
Looking at trends.
Trends?
What did you say? Trans?
No, I said trends. Trends with a D.
Oh.
TRENDS.
Get cancelled.
Yeah, I know. Don't cancel me, man. This show is all I have. This is all I have.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, it's no mystery novel. You know?
Yes.
That's all we got left.
Yeah. We sacrificed everything for the show.
From your job, champ?
Did I tell you that 2 people got sacked?
Yeah, recently, or was there 2 more?
Yeah. No. It was
just
those 2, and it was pretty grim.
Where do you work? Or like, you don't have to say where, but like, what?
Yeah, he works at Pinocchio's shoe factory.
I work at the shoe shop. That's where I work.
You know, Pinocchio's shoe shop.
You make wooden shoes.
I do. I make clogs with a little hammer.
Oh, and then you sell the clogs the clogs to go over to the Netherlands over there where they have piles of cheese.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. I go and I barter with.
Do you groom children as well? Do you groom children as well?
Easy, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to lead into this, but I've just got a feeling that it's going to get snipped and I'm going to get cancelled for it. So no, I don't groom children. It's official. I don't. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I make clogs, and I go to the Netherlands, and then I barter with them. You know, I'm like, I'll give you one clog, and you give me like, you know, a bus pass and shit like that.
You crazy Dutch bastard.
You're fucking Dutch. You're weird. But
are they made of wood or plastic?
Wood, always wood, authentic wood. I've sourced the wood myself from dead branches, and then I ship. And while I'm doing this, I have headphones in, and on repeat, I listen to Morning Combat with Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell, and I just laugh at how everything they say is wrong. I'm like, these guys, they don't know a thing that they're talking about. Amateur hour.
Well, I mean, wooden clogs, that's a good business to get into because every 400 or 500 years, you know, it becomes a fad, you know. I mean, like, who is it? Chuck Liddell's return to the cage. He's actually going to be wearing wooden clogs, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And that'll put a spike. That'll put like a day or two spike in the wood clog you know, business, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's funny. I'm really surprised to hear that because I was talking with Chuck Liddell over DM, and I was convincing him that I could make wooden shorts that were comfortable, and he didn't seem interested. But now he's going to be wearing wooden clogs made by someone else. I take that personally, you know. He should have taken my wooden shorts.
Well, Chuck Liddell's a personal friend of Simon Feck, and anyway, Chuck Liddell doesn't even know if he's talking to you when he's talking to you.
He's like Tito Ortiz.
I once brought Chuck Liddell inside this like Super Bowl like meeting place and everything, and I had to like sneak him in. And anyways, he was in there, and then he asked me if I was going to sneak him in. I'm like, we're in here. I mean, true story, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, once you finally get doxxed, Simon, you can start bringing these people on the show.
Well,
you know,
no
Chuck
kid,
Liddell.
I know it. I can't believe it's taken this long. I go and I put everything out there. I mean, I'm talking about Chuck Liddell at the Super Bowl. You know how many times Chuck Liddell's been at the Super Bowl media area? 3 or 4 times. I can't remember how many times I brought him there. I brought you there, Chuck Liddell. But he can't remember.
Albert, do you you know who Simon Feck? You know his actual identity, don't you?
Not entirely.
Okay.
It's only a guess.
Okay, interesting.
It's either you know or you don't. It's obvious that he knows. Okay, so he's written everything down, right? And then he just, you know, or like his Instagram, he tricked me into that. I don't, so I'd be friends with him on Instagram. I start seeing his friends. I mean, it was pretty easy. Way to trick Simon Feck. Einstein tricked a black a guy with a bird brain, ladies and gentlemen.
You're on my Instagram?
No.
Oh.
Twitter or TikTok or some stupid stuff.
Oh, TikTok, yeah.
Interesting. Because I looked up, because you were talking about how you got your photo taken with Ariel Helwani at the Jake Paul Mike Perry event, and Ariel was wearing a blue suit.
That's right.
I tried to spend some time looking for it, but then I was like, I've no fucking clue what I'm actually.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever's lurking out there, I'm going to tell you a story here in a minute. But you see that right there? The 2 guys on the Simon Feck show are trying to dox Simon Feck. I mean, they're trying their best, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to put your home address out there and then be like, DM Joe Pyfer and be like, this guy allowed me to talk a bunch of shit about you, Joe, because he put me on his YouTube show.
If you put Simon Feck's home address out there, people could just drive to Simon Feck's house and give him the super chats in cash, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, just little envelopes.
Yeah, I don't need YouTube taking any of the money or anything else like that. Just have Simon Feck be doxxed by the guys on his own show, and then people can drive to his house and then just slide him the cash, the super chat cash, ladies and gentlemen.
One day I'm gonna find this shit out, or Albert.
It's a piece of cake. Let me tell you, I've only put everything out there. The next thing, I'm going to put my penis measurement out there. I mean, that's about the only thing left.
Yeah, but like the only other thing that I made any effort at all to find was you were talking about a Rampage interview, I think, at one point, and I tried to look that up for like 5 or 10 minutes, and again I was like, yeah, I got distracted by something else.
Too much.
But yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, too much. I got a Chatterbait pop-up, and I was like, oh, I forgot this website existed.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, you see how important it is to dox Simon Feck? He got bored after like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah. You're like Satoshi. Like, to me, you're like Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy who like allegedly created Bitcoin. Just
Brent
no one has any.
Here.
What's that?
Brett Okamoto here.
Oh, yeah, Brett Okamoto. He created Bitcoin. I think that's what happened. I think it's Brett Okamoto that did it. And
he's a rat.
He's too much. He's a rat. He's also an extremely nice guy and a rat. And yeah, he's got all that Bitcoin. He's got all the Bitcoin. He's hoarding it, like Gollum. He's like, this is my precious Bitcoin.
What's with these media guys? You've got Voldemort, a rodent, well, 2 rodents. Well, what's the deal with this?
It's just like a fantasy world, isn't it? It's like,
being a media guy is just like the greatest thing on earth, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the other thing. You've got a bird as well. Like,
I know it. You get to hang around people that have a bunch of money and have a good life and everything. It is total depressing, ladies and gentlemen. You get to hang around all these people, and then like birds are flocking to them. Money's getting thrown in their pocket. They're on TV. They're famous and everything. And then you hang around and you stick a microphone in their face and say, hey, did you take a shit this morning?
So that's you actually interview people. Is that what you're saying? Or are you on the team that facilitates the interviews?
Hey, Champ, thanks for tuning into the show.
Listen,
yeah, I said, I've interviewed this guy, and I've interviewed this guy, and it's over on another big channel, ladies and gentlemen. And then when we're interviewing Paige Van Zandt and Austin Vanderford, right? And it's across the hall from DC, the bald guy, Daniel Cormier, right? And then Daniel Cormier walks in. It's glass. The whole thing is glass. You can see in. You can see we're interviewing people. And then Daniel Cormier walks in the middle of the interview and starts telling everybody about the reason why he actually retired is because he's got a bad back. Okay.
Wait. Is that included in the interview though?
No. We cut it out because he was standing in front of the camera, and I mean he wasn't that close to the camera, but it was all his midsection. Like his mid strength. And so you couldn't see anybody else. It was like we would have had to like put like still pictures into like here's Paige Van Zandt looking at DC's belly. And here's Austin Vanderford, Mrs. Van Zandt or Mr. Van Zandt, he was walking around with a heart on. Hey, my woman finally got me into UFC. Here's the real reason that Austin Vanderford is even in the UFC, and Bo Nickal is another one that it's like who you know. Listen to me, Austin Vanderford he got into UFC because his wife negotiated a deal with Power Slap, and she said, my husband needs to be in the UFC. True story, Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that true?
Absolutely, it's true. And but listen to this. And Bo Nickal, his coach is best friends with Dana White's, one of his favorite gambling buddies. Dana White has 4 or 5 gambling buddies. Bo Nickal did all that stuff, ahead of time, Penn State and everything. Bo Nickal's coach, his best friend, is a guy that gambles with Dana White. And then Dana White owed the guy money or something like that. And he said, hey, I'll get rid of that money if you put Bo Nickal in the UFC. And Bo Nickal, then listen to me. And Bo
would have got in anyway.
It doesn't matter, but listen, I'm not done yet. I'm Simon Feck, 1 foot cock. So then I interviewed Bo Nickal, like his first UFC. He didn't even fight yet, and Bo Nickal off camera said, and Dana White said, if I win my first 3 fights, I'll be the main event. Okay, it's privileges. Okay. That's how Austin Vanderford got in, and that's how Bo Nickal got in. And you heard it here from Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, ladies.
How do I get out?
Mm-hmm.
You're Einstein. You figure it out.
But wait, did Bo Nickal end up actually main eventing? I cannot remember this.
Yeah,
it was like his third fight. He was on the main card. His third fight.
Was that the Paul Craig fight, or?
No, that was a main card, and then the main event was De Ritter, and he got finished.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
That was.
Actually, no. No.
Okay,
it could have been co-main.
So then we interviewed this guy from Jacksonville. Bo Nickal had a guy cancel on him, and then Bo Nickal had this guy that had never fought in the UFC, a black guy, I forget his name. We interviewed him. And Bo Nickal destroyed that guy.
Yeah, he knocked him out, I remember.
Yeah, it was early, yeah.
With that right hook.
Yeah, Simon Feck was there. But listen, that is not how you run an organization, okay? The UFC is great. It's great and everything. But you can't put people in on who you know, okay?
Yeah, it's not fair.
That's right. Austin Vanderford is a prime example. Dana White wanted Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt says, I will do Power Slap, but my husband needs to be in the UFC. Okay? That's when you start getting in trouble. When your gambling buddy says, hey, I want this guy in the UFC, Mr. Dana White, and I want him to be on the main card and be the main event in such amount of time. That's when you start getting in trouble.
Did Bo not go through Contender Series?
No, he did.
Bo Nickal was Penn State, and I think he did the Olympics. Bo Nickal sucks balls. Okay.
Bo Nickal. No, he did the 2 Contender Series.
Yeah. And then he went and fought. Yeah, and that Val Woodburn is the guy you were talking about. He's not even got a Wikipedia page. So yeah, it was kind of that. Bo Nickal actually seems like a nice guy.
No, Bo Nickal's an asshole. Okay,
is he really?
Yeah. So he wasn't even in the UFC yet. He was signed, but he hadn't had a fight yet, right?
Right.
So it was International Fight Week, and then he comes and they're like, "Hey, do you want to interview Bo Nickal?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." But you can't really say no because then they won't give you other people, right? Okay. So then I get Bo Nickal, and then I was giving out like Odd Sox. It's printed socks, ODDSOX, Odd Sox, and I was giving out Odd Sox. And I go, hey, Bo Nickal, you asshole, you want some socks? And he goes, no. He said, no, I got a T-shirt deal, and I can't wear anybody else's shit. Just take the goddamn socks, Bo Nickal, and shut the fuck up, bitch. Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, motherfucker. Bo Nickal, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. And the only reason you get priority in the UFC is because your coach is best friends with one of Dana White's favorite gamblers that he fucks money over with.
It's kind of crazy that Dana White would not pay his gambling debts. Like, the guy is like disgustingly rich, and he's not paying people that he's lost blackjack money and he's not fucking paying them.
Well, but listen, I mean, that's Dana White would not want this out, right? Because other people own the UFC, right? So if he's that is actually making money. So that is something that the people that own the UFC would not want to hear, that Dana White puts priority to Bo Nickal because he owed this other guy money in a gambling bet. That's making money. Dana White is not stupid, ladies and gentlemen. And you can't really prove it other than that the people know each other.
Okay. But I didn't realize that that would be of such concern to the people who own it, because I thought ultimately they're concerned with the bottom line, right? I mean, Bo Nickal did bring in viewers.
Okay, well, good. But listen, how many other things that we don't know about? Because Bo Nickal can't keep his mouth shut, Dana White. You got to listen. Bo Nickal can't keep his mouth shut. He's going around telling about your gambling buddy and his coach, and then those two together, and then the promises before he even fought. His third fight would be on the main card. Dana White, you got, man, how many other things? Maybe Joe Pyfer got in because also, Joe Pyfer's hanging out outside in Kensington near Penn State. Maybe that's how he got in.
What happened was Joe Pyfer, one of the prostitutes that works for him, Dana was in like massive debt to him. He had all these prostitution debts. And he said to Joe Pyfer, listen, I'll get you in the UFC if you write off my debts. That's how it went down. But Simon, tell us some more. I'm intrigued about some more shit that people wouldn't want to know about Dana White.
Okay, so check this out, right? So Chael Sonnen keeps saying that he has an office at the Apex, right? And a couple of people are like, "Oh yeah, sure, Simon Feck. Oh yeah, you're in the Apex all the time." Yeah, they don't believe me. And I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. There's Chael Sonnen acts like he knows everything. Chael Sonnen's getting everything from the outside. Chael Sonnen does not have an office in the Apex. Okay, so there's like basically two people that have bigger channels that would actually be able to tell you things that's going on, and it's DC. DC has a what is it? He has an office in there, right? Okay, and Dana White. Yeah, and Nina Drama doesn't have an office in there, even though she's in there, buffing her knees up all the time.
Have you had any interactions with Nina?
Yes, absolutely. And so it was International Fight Week, and she had probably already maybe like, I don't know, maybe did like something with Dana White, but she hadn't done nothing yet. So it's International Fight Week. And I'm like, who is this girl? She's there, all dressed up, and people starting to take pictures of her. I'm like, who is this girl? Okay, so that's at like the X, the UFC X, where fans come, and then they have a big media area there. So she's in the area, and I'm like, who is this girl? And then it's like the Hall of Fame thing, and then she's there with DC. I'm hanging out with what's his name? Habib, okay? I'm hanging out with Habib, and we're watching her with Daniel Cormier, and they rip the shirt off the guy and everything. I'm like, who is this girl? And she's got UFC cameras. I'm like, who is this girl? They must got a new like commentary or cage girl or something, okay? So, anyways, she won't look at you. I see her in the Apex, right? There's that long hall with like all those photos of, I don't know, the Dana White's Contender Series. It's like a long hallway. And it's like me at one end walking to her, and she's like at the other end walking to me, and she looked right through me like I'm not even a person. Nina Drama is a bitch. Okay? And then I see her at like what is it? The fake weigh-ins, you know, the pre-press conferences. I see her at those things. And she walks right past the media. We got all our cameras up there and everything. She walks right past us like she's Queen fucking Bee. The bitch, she won't talk to anybody. The only people she talks to is the fighters of Dana White. She won't, she'll take pictures with people. But anybody that works for the UFC, she thinks she's higher and mightier. She does have nice tits and hot feet, though. Yeah, not as hot as Laura Sanko.
Yeah.
Laura Sanko's hot.
Is Laura Sanko a nice person?
Absolutely. Laura Sanko is the coolest chick. And also, I'll tell you, you know, we kind of make fun of the interpreter guy. The coolest guy, guy besides Simon Feck in the UFC is what's his name?
Fabiano.
Fabiano, the guy that was on the roller coaster that got the bird hitting his face. Okay.
I didn't see that.
Okay, well, look up Fabiano, roller coaster, and that bird hit him in the face and blood all came down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the interpreter for the UFC, right? But he is definitely, he is the coolest guy. There's no cooler than that guy, right? And then Laura Sanko, and I'll tell you, Laura Sanko has it all, right? She's a fighting chick. She drinks beer. She's comedic. She's cool. She's you know, I say she's, you know, Laura Sanko's hot. She's hot because of everything. I mean, she's hot, right? You know, she's kind of old. You know, I'd like to cut her in half and make 220s out of her. But I mean, you know, she's kind of old, but I mean, and then she, you know, she is hot, you know, and she's probably the kind of chick that. Why do you got your hand up? She's probably. I'm pretty sure she's wild in bed. We got to ask her husband.
Even with knowing nothing else about Laura Sanko, I'd say she's one of the hottest women associated with the UFC, even women who are half her age. Like, I don't think she's like just hot. I think she's like fucking smoking hot, personally.
Okay, well, I'm with it too. Listen here, Laura Sanko, you got to come on the Simon Feck show. You know why? Yeah. Because the champ and Simon Feck think you're hot, and
that's right.
Einstein is scratching his balls, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Come on, Albert. We're getting the scoop here. What do you want to know about the backstage UFC politics?
I think Val Woodburn is sexy.
Yeah, Val Woodburn is hot. People forget.
Have you interviewed Simon? Have you interviewed him before?
Who?
Val Woodburn.
No, I don't even know who Val Woodburn is. Val Woodburn, you know, make a name for yourself before somebody brings you up here on the Simon Feck show.
Did you interview Chris Moutinho when he was doing that Sean O'Malley fight?
No. No, Sean O'Malley is
a
friend of Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that right? Okay.
Okay, because Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell are both friends of Simon Feck, 1 foot cock, right? So if that guy's fighting, you think I'm going to go and hang out with Sean Strickland and interview somebody he's fighting? He'll punch me right in the face. I got video. I got secret video of Sean Strickland beating the crap out of people he's training. And it's like, and he's like, well, he tells me, hey, Simon Feck, well, that's how you train people. You know, you tell them to do the move like this, and they don't do it. They say, well, as soon as they say, well, I punch them in the face.
Yeah.
So I don't mess around with if anybody that's going to fight Sean Strickland in the next month or two, I'm staying far away from.
I think he's fighting Robert Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker, the guy that the MMA gurus, you know, it's his favorite fighter. And also, it's so weird that the MMA guru thinks that Robert Whittaker, you know, has the biggest penis in the UFC, but that's his favorite fighter.
He does. That's a fact. He does have the biggest penis in the UFC.
Well, I mean, I was watching him last night, you know, like on the after show and everything, and I was looking at Robert Whittaker, and the whole time I was thinking, MMA Guru knows that this guy has the biggest penis in the UFC.
Yeah, that's true. He wears it in like a sling. It's interesting. What about? So you don't have you ever interviewed Sean Strickland? Well, you've talked to him, right?
Yes, I have. I interviewed Sean Strickland at International Fight Week. Okay. I guarantee you. Well, this one here is going to get me in trouble, right?
But which International Fight Week?
You want me to pinpoint it and tell you what the website is?
Please do. I would love that.
Yeah, and then you want me to tell you who Simon Feck is?
Yeah, that would make my evening a lot easier.
Yeah, let's just skip right past it because we do want to get Simon Feck doxxed eventually so we can have some guests on this piece of shit show. I mean, musical MMA wouldn't even show up. We're trying to get musical MMA, the friend of the MMA guru, on here, and he won't even show up.
Okay, right. Carry on with your story.
Okay, so Sean Strickland, as far as I know, he's been to 2 international fight weeks. You know, one year and then the next year. Okay, so 2 in a row, right? Sean Strickland is the biggest. I don't care what MMA Joey says. Sean Strickland is the biggest star in the UFC. He had people chasing after him. I guarantee you, mostly kids, but I mean, he had like 60 people following him around. Any other fighter had like 1 or 2 people. Sean Strickland is the biggest thing in the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Fighter-wise. Yeah. Anita Drama's tits are bigger, you know.
But, it's...
Hold on a second, champ. This is supposed to be a funny show, but you got Simon Feck, you know, telling tales here. Like
this is way better.
Okay, so here it is. I guarantee you that the 5 people watching right now, and Einstein himself, and the champ, you have watched a video of Simon Feck's video when Sean Strickland had his first press conference at the T-Mobile, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
There you go. See, Champ keeps writing this shit down. You don't think Simon Feck hasn't been watching this shit for week after week. He keeps writing shit down, but he'll get so bored trying to dox Simon Feck after 37 seconds, he'll just give up.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. I'm working on my attention span.
I mean, he got bored. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ just went to Germany. I mean, the plane didn't even barely touch the ground, and he was back in it, coming back to Scotland, ladies and gentlemen.
It's true. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of this place.
I mean, the guy says he's going on holiday, and I don't know. I took a piss and he came back.
Wait, I thought you were staying there, champ.
Yeah, I went there for 3 nights. Yeah, it's an interesting place. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, whereabouts?
Dusseldorf. Yeah.
Fuck, where is that?
Like, I have no idea where that. Yeah, it is. It's near Cologne. It's near
on the western side, you know.
Yeah. Because it's really close to Amsterdam as well, actually. You can get a train there in like an hour.
If you're in the need of cheese, you could just, from there, you could just, you know, go over to Amsterdam, and they got a whole aisle with cheese. I just want to tell the 5 people, in chat.
You could pick up my PlayStation 3 and my Xbox I left behind.
Oh, dude, you left that behind. That's sad. Why?
I didn't have enough space. There's only 30 kilos for the suitcase.
Oh shit!
My ex-wife's family, they kept it, but I just never spoke to them. I still have them on Facebook, but I just can't be fucked.
Listen. If we're here for drama, anybody that's here for drama, go over to Giuliano Argenti's site over there. Okay, talking about ex-wives and shit like that. You know.
Oh, I'm a virgin. I'm Einstein.
That's hot, ladies and gentlemen.
Einstein does no fap. That's why he's got so much brain power.
E equals MC squared. I came back. That is how I was able to win Mr. Olympia 4 times in a row.
It does. Not jacking off makes you jacked. It's It's just the way the male body works.
When I was 25, I was winning the 1980 Mr. Olympia. I was retired and I came back on stage and I won. I was still better than them.
You did it. You did it. And we're so proud of you, Albert Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Arnold, you're one of my favorite Australians.
Yeah. Thank you. You see, this is Terminator 3. Welcome to the director's commentary of Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. I hope you enjoy.
Have you ever tried mixed martial arts, Arnold?
I was at the Ilya Tapuria's his debut.
That's actually true. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually at Ilya Tapuria and his brothers' like UFC MMA debuts.
Wow, but not for them, right?
I mean,
it was by chance, but he was definitely there.
Okay. You can't even dispute that, ladies and gentlemen, because that came straight from Albert Einstein, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you see, you must look beyond. You must think fourth dimensionally.
Set up, you puny nerd.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm having trouble with the chat and everything. I don't see anybody chatting in the chat, right?
Nah, this one's dead, but it's okay. We still did it.
Okay, but I just want to tell people, who earned a playlist last month. It's like one of the highest honors in the Simon Feck world, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you put in good stuff that we use, right? And then if we make a short out of it, you get your own playlist. So last week we had Gold got his own playlist. JW got his own playlist. And Jill got a playlist, ladies and gentlemen. So we added 3 people with Simon Feck playlist last week.
Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. We have great fans, amazing fans. And they'd be even more amazing if they came to this particular stream, but I guess that's just the way it is.
You need to, Simon. You need to bring in the MMA guru with the other guy with the mask and the prison shirt.
Listen, you're Albert Einstein, and I'm a black crow with a bird brain. I don't know what you're talking about. Costumes and masks.
Yeah.
So Simon Feck, right? Simon Feck just went on this feud. The Northern King. The Northern King's, website, or I know it's a YouTube channel, okay? Went on there. The MMA guru showed up. Clown or Ark or whatever, the Clown Show Live guy showed up. The MMA guru, if I didn't say that. Musical MMA. Bodach. Giuliano Argenti showed up. And then the Clown Show and Giuliano Argenti had a conversation for like over an hour and a half.
And what was it? What was discussed?
And the Simon Feck channel got 23 subscribers out of it.
Nice, that's great. But what was discussed when you were on that at that round table event?
Well, the Clown Show brought up that Giuliani has a bot channel with all his bot subs. He's got a dead channel. 9 viewers every stream, and then the next day he gets 1,000 subscribers. I mean, Einstein, you could probably do the math. Does that make sense? I mean,
no, that does not make sense.
And Giuliano Argentini's cardio, it's like it's mixed up, right? So his cardio is he walks 8 miles to get a pack of cigarettes, right? And then he smokes half the pack on the way back home and immediately turns around because he's got a half a pack. He walks back to the store again, and he has a McLaurin, but yet he walks 8 miles to get a pack of cigarettes at 7-Eleven, ladies and gentlemen, for cardio.
Did he actually say that?
No. Simon Feck's friend, the clown, the Ark, said that. Yeah, and then also, I got it all right. So Idaho was there from casual combat, or some stupid bullshit, right? Any dude that would call himself Idaho, he's gay, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, so Giuliani, this is a true story. Giuliano Argenti, or whatever his stupid name is, said that Ark, the clown show guy that comes on the Simon Feck show, does a better clown than the actual Arky clown. He said that. I got it. So then Idaho, this guy Idaho, he's on there with us, right? And then Musical MMA is tearing up the chat. He's explaining to people why they should like Simon Feck. You don't have to get it. What do you mean you don't get it? You don't have to get it. You just enjoy it. Simon Feck's like he's the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. So he's doing all that. And everybody except the other two guys on my show show up to the Northern King, you know? And everybody's there. It's like 300, 400, 500 high, right? And then they kept like every character that comes on this show, they kept it up huge. There was like 10, 12 people on the panel. And they kept, the characters on our show up there real big. And then I forgot what I was going to say.
That's great, though. That's amazing like that. That's the kind of shit we need.
Oh,
sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, so then Idaho goes, and he goes, he noticed the stuff behind me, right? And he says because their thing is so wild. It's like the clown show. It's so wild. After the live stream goes off, they put it to private, so nobody could put strikes against it, right?
Okay.
So Idaho goes, "Hey, Simon Feck, are you live right now?" Which I wasn't live, but I'm recording the thing. And then they go, "Hey, Simon Feck, make sure you don't, put this out there," and, everything like that. So Simon Feck, I'm not putting it out, but I guarantee you the clown puts it out there.
All right.
Because the clown and Giuliani spoke for like an hour and a half, right?
Okay.
The craziest thing is Simon Feck can't even get a rival with anybody, right? Giuliani comes on there, and he's telling the Northern King, he's saying, Simon Feck's a nice guy, right? And then stupid Idaho from Casual Combat or Combat Casual is going on there, yeah, Simon Feck's a nice guy. I'm here cooking people. I'm cooking people, and I'm a nice guy.
I was able to defeat Lou Ferrigno in Africa. And then pumping iron. I'm coming in the gym. I'm coming when I go home. Coming when I pump up backstage.
Right there, MMA Guru, your channel doesn't have crap on Simon Feck show. Okay, because we got Arnold. Let's see how good our guy is. We got Arnold Schwarzenegger talking to Rocky Balboa, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
What are you looking at?
Because listen, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, there was a rival whose movie was going to be bigger, and then Stallone put a movie out, and then Schwarzenegger, you guys, you kept battling back and forth.
At least you had a prom. Where's my prom, Mick?
You're a chicken, Rock. You're a chicken.
I want to be a manager. I want to be a producer.
Well, the Simon Feck show has a producer called The ASHE. Okay?
Yeah.
The show comes on, and he lives in Australia. The Simon Feck show comes on at 10 o'clock at night his time, right? He goes to bed at 9 o'clock. I mean, what kind of place? It's a great place to work at the Simon Feck show. The show starts at 10 p.m. and he goes to bed at 9 p.m.
It's because he has to get his beauty sleep. He's got to.
Oh, I have a very hard life. I mean, the ASHE has a very hard life. I'm Albert Einstein. My life's difficult.
Well, the ASHE, he goes to bed every night knowing that he cannot play UFC Undisputed 3 because he left it with his PS3 in the Netherlands. And that's a hard thing for anyone to live with, you know?
Oh, that's actually a really good game. I miss UFC what the new ones they're making. Number 2 was good.
Was it? Okay.
When everyone would pick Robbie Lawler and his stats were like 96 and he'd just knock you out. It was so fucking annoying. Fucking Robbie Lawler. But the new one's all right, but it's missing something like the boxing ones. Fight Night, Round Champion, that was good.
Yeah, they stopped that though, didn't they? They're not.
Yeah, they fucking gave up.
Wow, I mean, I didn't know Einstein had such a foul mouth, ladies and gentlemen. But listen, if you're out there and you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, please, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you're a death sentence subscriber. Okay, then no.
So,
did anybody see that video with it was like an obscure video that MMA Rio did. He was laying on his back and he was telling people to take his guard. Did anybody see that? And
Wait, what?
And then like out of nowhere, death sentence jumped in and took his guard.
All right.
Yeah.
Where was this about?
Well, listen, so Simon Feck went over to Eagle MMA, right? And then Eagle MMA it was doing a new video released that day. He was doing a video about shitty MMA YouTubers. And Simon Feck typed in, "Hey, don't forget Simon Feck," right? So then he goes, "Oh, Simon Feck. Yeah, I checked your YouTube channel out and everything like that." And he's going, but it's not that kind of bad YouTubing. We can't even be the good bad.
Nah. We're going to have to get like incredibly offensive and start bringing people's like personal lives into it. You know, that's the only way for us to make any kind of.
Yeah. So anyways, so to come to the end of the story here, Eagle MMA is going to be our correspondent for UFC Moon. So when he goes to cover UFC Moon, we're gonna say the Eagle has landed, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna have to be like Boogie 294, whatever his name is, and start dating girls that are like could be our daughter's age, and you know. Also, did you see that guy? He fucking abused his girlfriend, who's like, so he's like in his mid-50s. She's.
Are you still talking about Boogie?
Yeah, Boogie. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's dating like a 20-year-old, so someone who's like 30 years younger, and he's like, "Oh, hit me in the face. I need to get used to this for my boxing match." And then she hits him, and he's like, "Oh, he hit my eye. Why'd you do that?" And then he punches her. He sucker punches her, and she starts crying. It's still on his YouTube. He's a piece of shit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a good person.
It's funny. I remember the very first time I saw a Boogie video was after the Pulse nightclub shooting. I don't know if you remember that, but there was a terrorist attack in a gay nightclub. This was like 10 years ago. And he did a reaction video to it. And I remember watching it and thinking, man, this guy seems like such a nice guy. Like, he seems like such a down-to-earth, cool guy. And ever since then, it's like his life is just imploded. It's like, my favorite video of him is after Trump got re-elected, he like ripped his t-shirt off and was screaming in anger. And it's like Hulk Hogan 2988. Very good.
Yeah, that guy is cooked, man. He faked cancer. He put a gun up at another YouTuber that came to his house, and he's he's like a victim's victim. Like, he just likes playing a victim. He doesn't really think presently, and he is weird. But we got to be like that. That's the point.
We can be like that. You know, it's just we just have to start just making terrible decisions every single day. And
I've already started interest.
Yeah, me too, actually. Simon, you have to quit your job. You have to get on the same page as us. And,
I mean, you know, jobs are overrated anyways.
Yeah. And you have to tell your bird as well. You have to be like, it's over. It's over. I have to be a complete what's the word? Shit. What do you call it when someone's just like a down and out person?
A shithead?
Yeah, I have to be a shithead. You know, it's
They have to be like Joe Pyfer's, buddies, Kensingtons.
Tell us more about Joe Pyfer, actually.
Yeah, so Joe, the first time I met Joe Pyfer, I already told this story, but I'll tell it again because, the 5 people out there, at one time we were 7 high, ladies and gentlemen, but we're 5 high right now.
Dude, right? I think we had 14 viewers at one point.
Yeah, okay. But you know why? When we say we had 14, now why didn't we continue to have 14,
Because I wanted to pull my dick out and you told me not to.
Well, I mean, wait till we get Robert Whitaker on here for the comparison. Because the MMA Guru says Robert Whitaker has the biggest penis in the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll put, Robert Whitaker, listen to me. Robert Whitaker, we'll put our champ's penis up against your penis. MMA Guru, get a hold of your best friend, Robert Whitaker, your favorite fighter with the biggest penis in the UFC, and put it up against our champ's penis, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Simon Feck Show. Yeah. The 1-foot cock. There you go.
Right.
We haven't made very many shorts on this show, okay?
Okay. Yeah. That's a good
now,
point.
Listen,
but
also, I got to tell you, I mean, the comments just aren't coming up. I don't know if nobody's typed yet, but I can't get to them. This stupid thing.
There's nothing happening today.
Oh, you got a comment?
No. I got a comment. Start commenting, ladies and gentlemen.
Blessed. Yeah. Thank you, Blessed. Thank you for making this all worthwhile.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we live for comments, ladies and gentlemen.
We do. We do.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper and stick it underneath my pillow, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all we've got left, ladies and gentlemen.
Western is in the building as well. Western came back.
All right. Yeah, Western's a good addition to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that it's a new addition, but he has been a great addition to the show. Western, if you ever need to get warned about anything, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, bring it back though. Joe Pyfer, what were you going to say about him?
Oh yeah, okay, Joe Pyfer. But before we talk about Joe Pyfer, a lot of people, right? So Western, when I'm saying, he warned us about things or whatever. Okay, so people have been getting a hold of Western, right? And they've been asking Western, does the Simon Feck Show actually practice their live streams ahead of time? Because they're so polished, So people have been hitting Western up about, so Western told me and everything, and I was like, man, we need to loosen it up a little bit more. This live stream is so polished, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's the problem. We drill this for every show. We do, 60 hours of rehearsals, would you say?
That's right, and it's still not enough.
It's not enough.
No.
Albert, do you think that we need to do more rehearsing?
Nah, just consistency.
Yeah.
Do you see how fast Albert Einstein's brain works, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't even think Einstein would have a pause when somebody. You think before even the question comes out of somebody's mouth that Einstein would already have the answer, ladies and gentlemen.
I can foresee through time.
So Joe Pyfer, right?
What?
Okay, so here's how it goes, right? Sorry,
1 second.
fight.
I just need to ask, if you can see through time, what do you see in the future for this show?
I see lots of shit. Lots of Lots of boogie. 2988.
Yeah. Okay. You're legit. I believe you. Okay. Sorry, Simon.
I finally see some comments. You know why Simon Feck sees some comments finally?
Why?
Because we finally have comments, ladies and gentlemen. Blessed B is trying to get a playlist. You know, the highest honor from the Simon Feck show, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got to work harder for it. You know, he's got to work hard. Bless B, if you can bring 150 subscribers in the next 72 hours, you'll get a playlist. Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right here, this is the epitome of the Simon Feck show, right? Mm-hmm. Right here, Blessed B types in, trying to get a playlist, ladies and gentlemen. The highest honor of the Simon Feck show, ladies and gentlemen, is to get your own playlist, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. But we got Blessed B is trying, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, we shoot high over here at the Simon Feck show, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guess what? You just got your first short right there, Blessed B.
Our commenters are the cream of the crop. Sorry.
So, Joe Pyfer. You ready? Joe. So, the UFC gives my other channel like usually about 3 fighters every fight, you know, every event. Okay. So a lot of guys, they don't like, if they don't get the big interviews, like where there's like 30 or 40 people, you know, out there at the big room and everything, they give them like somebody to call or whatever like that. But we're right there. They get to walk over. So the lazy people like Joe Pyfer, you know, he'll take our interview because he doesn't have to call anybody. He just walks over and sits down. So we get Joe Pyfer. And one of the guys on the other channel is a Philadelphian. Okay. So he was only born there. And then his mom got on an airplane a couple days later and brought him to Florida. Right?
Right.
So we say that this guy is not a Philadelphian. So now we get Joe Pyfer in there. Okay. And Joe Pyfer, let me tell you something. Joe Pyfer is a loose cannon. Okay. He's a loose cannon. And I don't know that for sure, but you can feel it. And so is Ian Gary, right? Anyways, Joe Pyfer, we ask him, you know, we tell him the story about the other idiot, you know, about his mom would make sure that her kids were Philadelphians. She would fly from Florida when she was pregnant and ready to give birth, and then her kids would be born there, and then she would fly home. So we asked Joe Pyfer, is this fat idiot across the table from you a Philadelphian? And right away, Joe Pyfer says, no, he's not a Philadelphian. Okay, so that's it, right? So we're going on a little bit more and a little bit more. And then Joe Pyfer thinks that we're like making fun of Philadelphia. Okay? Because the other guy's a big Rocky fan. Now, I know we have Rocky on the show right now. So, we're talking about Rocky. We went and visited they have fake graves of Paulie and Adrian.
Oh,
and
right.
They're, those graves that were in the movie, they're still there. They took them out of like the cemetery area and they put them right near the office there, right? So we went there. We seen those things and everything. Big Rocky fans. We went to Kensington and everything. Have seen all that, all the scenes of Rocky and everything. And we keep asking Joe Pyfer about Philadelphia. You think he would be proud and everything? I swear to God, he thought we were like trolling him. And we're in this room with this guy, right? And he's hungry and he's angry, right? And then I swear to God, he was ready to punch one of us. And then we go, yeah, interview's over. Swear to God. I don't mess around with Joe Pyfer. But you know what? Joe Pyfer, his jockstrap has now entered because of the Simon Feck show. Joe Pyfer at auction, his jockstrap has now become a bid of $4,700, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Joe Pyfer's cheesesteak jockstrap, ladies and gentlemen. But I will never mess with Joe Pyfer ever again.
No. But you would hold this jockstrap, right? If you had the $4,700.
I'm telling you right now, I want Joe Pyfer's jockstrap so bad. I'll go up to like 100K. You know, like the subscriber amount we have. If we could just get $1 for every Simon Feck subscriber, you know, we could put together $100,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, yeah, we're so close to 100,000 now. Let me have a look at the subscriber count. Let's have a look. Simon Feck. So currently 99,333 subscribers. So that's a lot. So then that makes you wonder why we've only got 4 concurrent viewers as well.
Well, as Albert Einstein's checking that math and everything, Blessed BB says, "Feck it, ladies and gentlemen." That's right, ladies and gentlemen. we finally got to hit the lamp, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, people have been asking Simon Feck Simon Feck has had a wardrobe problem the whole time here, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, now I forgot because I just realized I have a wardrobe problem here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Your jockstrap is too tight.
Ladies and gentlemen. What was I saying? I forgot. Who cares?
Well, you were talking about if we could get money for every subscriber, we would be able to buy Joe Pyfer's jockstrap. You were talking about Joe Pyfer being a loose cannon before that.
Oh.
I just found Joe Pyfer's dead.
And then I went with Feck it, Blessed B said Feck it and everything like that. But one thing is, the Simon Feck show, basically we're creeping up on an hour and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Champ, you got anything for this week?
I mean, I've got some. Let me have a quick look. By the way, I think your timer might be off a little bit again. We're up 1 hour and 17, I think.
Okay.
I found Joe Pyfer's father.
What was that?
Joe Pyfer's father. So I watched an interview with Joe Pyfer, and he was talking about his father, how they were playing
PlayStation.
But listen, Champ, it wasn't Einstein. That the ASHE brought that up. But okay.
That's right.
Go ahead, Einstein.
I just found a video of Joe Pyfer Sr. calling for a comeback. He says he's 52, and he looks similar enough. I could say that's his dad. I wonder if that's him, because he said his dad got angry, and he said they were playing Uncharted, and they were on the same team. And then his dad was getting angry at Joe for getting more kills on the game or something. And then he threw the controller at Joe Pyfer's head. And then he told him to leave the house, and he never saw him ever again.
Man, that's so fucking sad.
Yeah, I mean that is like identical to the producer, the ASHE of the Simon Feck show. He already said that story.
He told that story. He did. Yeah.
But it's okay. We probably got 5 brand new viewers because nobody will come back ever again, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, while we have these viewers, I have a scoop this week. I have 2 scoops, and one of them is about. So Albert Ash actually brought up a fighter called Steve Erceg, and I have a scoop about Steve Erceg because he was in the crowd last night at UFC Perth, but he was ejected for public masturbation. So I don't know where Steve Erceg's going to go from here. He had his dick in the popcorn bucket, And security saw it, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy's got to go."
Steve Ersic, he parks cars, ladies and gentlemen.
He parks cars.
Yeah, in parking lot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So far on the Simon Feck show, we've heard from Ash, about Steve Ersic in the parking lot, and then we heard it from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and soon we're gonna hear it from Albert Einstein, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I got. Can you guys see this? This
Are you gonna hold up pictures of Daniel Cormier with hair?
No. I've tried to present an image, and but I'm not sure how this works. Do you have to go into StreamYard and select the image or something?
Hey, so before you hold that up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I, Simon Feck, and I'm just going to talk to a certain individual, okay? I mean, I'm not necessarily talking to Blessed B or anything like that, right? But anyways, I got a good friend that was like a mod on this great channel, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And then I would never say anything bad about it. I think I had a blast, ladies and gentlemen, going on this certain channel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Oh, is that
it? Wait, what?
And listen here, I'm talking to Blessed B right now.
Yep.
So Blessed B, usually it's pretty comical in here. Today, I don't know. They're trying to dox Simon Feck, the guys on the show. They're trying to get more info. They got more information. The only thing they don't have is my birth certificate and my driver's license.
And your jockstrap.
But we're gonna get that. And your jockstrap, yeah.
Simon Feck, hey, listen here. Simon Feck has a whole board. There's probably 35 things to talk about. We haven't talked about any of them on this show. I'll just save them for next week.
Well, let's squeeze in something though. What's one thing you were going to talk about?
Well, it's none of your business.
All right. Well, next week is going to be a bumper show. We're going to have some incredible content for you. Well, that's if we hit 100,000 subscribers.
We're going to have Wanderlei silver in the box.
We're going to have a transcription of the first 500 words out of his mouth after he regained consciousness. And it's incredible stuff, man.
Okay. You know what's more intriguing than that? Okay, there's a channel. It's called The Northern King. Okay, and then a certain guy that I know, he used the word sod. I would say he's from England if he's going to use the word sod. But they have a guy. They have a guy in The Northern King. His name is Dino, and Dino, he likes to inform you about things. Okay. So Dino says that the benches. So I learned a lot about benches in England. I didn't know that England had benches older than 300 years old, older than the United States. Yeah, Dino said it 87 times that England has benches older than the United States. I mean, I bet you Albert Einstein didn't even know that.
No.
And then also Dino was saying that England colonized the United States. Okay. I mean, nobody over here knew that. No, nobody knew about the 13 colonies or anything.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. We'll fact check that, I think.
And then also Dino, everything that's ever been invented was invented by England. The MMA guru says the same thing. Everything invented was invented by England. You know? But I'm going to tell you, if you ask the clown invented MMA drama. England did not invent MMA drama, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Listen, the three of us, we need to be serious right now, okay? This show, this is about to get huge, all right? And we need to make sure that we keep our feet on the ground. How are we going to manage to do this?
I don't have any feet.
I forgot about that. What happened to them again?
I took them off for the night. I was in a car accident.
That's right. Yeah, okay.
And don't forget, I'm Simon Feck, 1 foot cock.
Yep.
Oh my God.
1 foot cock. Let's go champ. Micro penis. And Ash, who has a trans dimension. Sorry.
I'll be real though. I'm on a weight cut, so I'm really out of it.
Yeah, you've done well today. You've done well, but how much are you trying to cut?
How much was it? In kilograms? Well, I can. What am I? I started at 95. So what is that, like 210 pounds or something? And then I want to go to about 85 kilos. So 185 pounds, something like that.
Cool.
Listen, you don't have to put it in pounds. There's only one dumb American in here.
I can do both, man.
Well, because you're Albert Einstein.
Oh, yeah. I'm shredded.
Wow. Listen.
You're shredded. Is that
shredded.
like the Netherlands quote?
The cheese quote.
Yeah.
My diet.
Did they have a whole aisle of shredded cheese, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, don't make me think about the cheese.
So tell us, what is your diet mainly consisting of right now? Is it
Oxygen,
just nuts and seeds?
H2O, plutonium 4197.
Nice. I've heard good things about plutonium 4197. It's going to be okay, folks. Don't worry about it.
I just die in the live.
Yeah. We're going to have No Chill MMA back on next week after Ash dies.
It's going to be like a Charlie Kirk memorial.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Wait, no, I'm not talking about joke. I'm not making a joke about his death.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not like that other fellow.
Yeah. That was.
Listen,
he
listen.
can't come back. Yeah.
You know, No Chill brought it, ladies and gentlemen. He brought it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he might get us canceled. But he brought it.
This is what I'm saying. There's a spectrum, and No Chill, he brought it, but he also brought some incredibly controversial statements as well that I'm not sure we were entirely comfortable being associated with. So you have to pick your poison, man. And this is the best you've got right now, Simon. People forget, man. You know, between me and Ash, I'd say we have performed about 3/4 as well as No Chill MMA would on an average day.
Yeah, well, you know, that's wishful thinking there, champ.
Right. Well,
I keep trying to bring up Western's comment, but I mean, you know, England needs to invent a better computer for Simon Feck 1 foot cock, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And Canato's in here, ladies and gentlemen.
He's here.
I'm a woman. I'm lost.
Hey, it's me, Kermit.
Blessed bee must be the queen bee over there.
Hey, it's Jordan Peterson. The younger I get, the more I talk like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. This has been an incredible broadcast.
Oh, this has changed my life. My whole perspective has changed.
And the 6 people who watched as well, think about the impact it's going to have on their life.
Oh, are they going to start making nooses as well?
Easy. We got 7 high in here, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen to me, people. Listen. Yes. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay, other news outlets, when they try to give rumors, it's crap, it's fake stuff. We give real rumors, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're gaslighting our audiences and we're open about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remember, you can't cancel fun, lads.
Exactly.
Yeah. This channel is a massive red flag, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be a part of it.
This channel is what happens when you have no direction in life. This is how you end up.
It turns out that the MMA guru isn't Cartman after all in South Park. It turns out that the MMA guru is actually Kyle.
Oh, wow.
That's Kyle what DDP said.
Kyle Neek.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you can only get entertainment like this here. Don't forget to like and subscribe unless you're a death sentence subscriber.
Death upon him.
Yeah. Help us reach 100,000, guys. Come on. We're almost there.
Now, what I want everybody to do is go over to the Northern King, YouTube channel and check out the live stream that Simon Feck was on. Okay.
Yeah.
The what? Wait, which channel?
Oh my God! How long have you been here? The Northern Channel, ladies and gentlemen.
The Northern Channel,
ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you said it's called the Northern King.
Okay, it's called the Northern King.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Blessed Be, for making us feel better.
What is this channel?
What are you talking about?
The Northern King. What is this?
The Northern King. Okay, we got some Northern King people, in the stream right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
that's right. And this is what we have to say about the Northern King, ladies and gentlemen. The Northern King. Are you listening to me?
We're listening.
Okay. Let me start over again, ladies and gentlemen. The Northern King is the
Is what?
I don't know. Hopefully we're not live anymore, ladies.
I think we are. I think we're still live.
We're still live. That was supposed to be a cliffhanger right there, ladies and gentlemen.